So a lot of people ask me, what is intuition and how do I build my intuition? And in this video, I want to clear up a misconception because your intuition is actually always with you. Your intuition is just the voice of your highest self. And it isn't that your highest self is not with you, your intuition isn't with you, it's that you can't hear it. No matter how much you think that you've screwed up, no matter how much you feel like you've deviated from your path, how big a mistake you made, how much you regret the choices that you made, during that time, your intuition and your highest self was with you. You just had layers and layers upon layers of other stuff in the way of you hearing your inner voice, your intuition, your highest self. Even before you were born, so go with me for a moment. Even when you were inside your mother's belly, you were a fetus, and you were ready to come out, it was your intuition, your highest self, that spoke in concert with your mom's body and said, it's time to come out. That was the voice of your highest self. That is how powerful the voice of your intuition is. It decided the very moment you were to be born. It decided the moment that you wanted to be born. So this powerful voice has been with you your whole life. And if you look back on your childhood, you might find that your intuition was stronger then. And for most of us, it was because we didn't have as many layers. But guess what? The layers begin right after you're born. The first moment when the mother, the doctor, the midwife says, it's a boy, it's a girl, maybe even before you're born, right? That is one layer. That is identity given to you. That is an ego layer. And then the next moment, when you're given your name, your identity is solidified. It's another branch out away from your highest self. Are these bad? Of course not. No. Identity is wonderful. It gives us form in this society, in this world. And luckily, your highest self, your intuition is resilient. It is loud. It is strong. It has the ability to break through a lot of these layers. So the layers begin, and then layer upon layer upon layer throughout your life, throughout your childhood, throughout your growing up, throughout your adulthood, as you are taught who to be, as you are told who you should be, as you explore through external sources from your own, through books, through pathways, through schooling, through mentors, through family, about who you are. All of these things, all these ways that you seek out who you were going to become and who you are and who you will be from sources external to you. Those are all the layers that have gotten in the way of you hearing the voice of your highest self, from you hearing your intuition, because all of that came externally from you rather than came internally from you. We are taught in this world, in this society, to listen to the voices external to us rather than the internal. We are taught to distrust ourselves. And so the process of connecting to your intuition and listening to your intuition is unlearning that process. Unlearning all the doubt, all the distrust that comes in whenever you have a decision to make, as monumental or as tiny. Are you going to listen to someone external to you? Are you going to seek out a resource external to you? Or are you first going to listen within? Most of us don't even consider that stage. We just go to the external. We don't even consider for a moment, maybe I should take a moment and listen in. So this is a process. It's an unlearning process. That powerful voice from before you were born that told you when the moment you're going to be born is within you. That powerful voice is within you, and it is our journeys in working with our intuition to find that voice, have that voice break through. It can break through a lot of layers, but sometimes the layers are so strong that it needs some help. We need to clear away the layers. So how do we begin clearing away these layers? How do we begin rebuilding this relationship that we have lost along the way? There are two very powerful words that I'm going to tell you that are part of this process. Trust and surrender. Trust, radical trust in yourself. It all comes down to trust. Do you trust yourself? Noticing those moments when you don't trust yourself, when you trust someone else over you. And then really feeling into those moments, questioning them, questioning deeply, why do I distrust myself in this moment? And can I give myself permission right now to trust myself instead? Give myself the space and the permission to trust myself. The second part of that is surrender. Because answers don't often come automatically. So we need to let go of this need to know, right? We want to know it right away. And surrender means that we give ourselves the space to say, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm surrendering to my highest self and my intuition to tell me however it is going to tell me in its own time. Whew. Yes, that is a challenging process because we have been taught to do things very opposite from that in our culture. Giving it the space and the time and the flexibility for your intuition to speak to you. Because we also need to surrender and let go of how it's going to look, what that answer is going to look like. We need to let go of any attachment we have to how things are supposed to be. And that gives our intuition the space to really, really speak to us. So I have one recommendation for you. If you would like to start exploring and deepening your relationship to your intuition, rebuilding that relationship, I recommend you purchase a tarot or oracle deck and start drawing one card per day. One card per day to check in with your highest self. Create that space for your intuition to speak to you. Start forming radical trust, right? Are you relying on a deck of cards? Yes, you are. That is radical trust, and that is radical surrender. And what you will discover is going to be amazing, because as you start building your trust in your intuition by drawing a card every day, you begin building trust in yourself. And that trust that you build in yourself is going to start carrying over to all the other aspects of your life. You're going to be able to find trust in all those little micro decisions you make throughout your days. And then that will help you build trust in those bigger decisions, those bigger moments when you really, really want to feel aligned and in tune with that powerful voice of wisdom within you. My name is Charlotte Alea. I can be found at dreamintuition.com. I have a course called Daily Tarot, which will walk you through the steps of building a personal relationship to your intuition through tarot. that you can find on my website. Go to the page called Courses and click on the link that says Daily Tarot. I will also post the link below. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.